Rudy Giuliani is with us, President Trump's personal attorney and former mayor of New York City. Rudy, I'm going to read you the email so that our viewers can see it as well as you. You've probably seen it already, I'm sure.
Sure, go ahead.
This was sent by a Burisma advisor in 2015. It says, "Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to D.C. and giving an opportunity to meet your father and spend some time together." Rudy, would you describe that as a smoking gun?
Yeah, it's a broken gun for sure. I mean, it's about as damaging as it can be. Remember, Biden denied knowing anything about Burisma. Biden denied numerous times knowing anything about his son's foreign dealings, which of course it's incredible. I don't know, only because the media covers it up did anybody believe it. But that says very clearly that Biden met with I think he's the number 2 or 3 guy in the most crooked company in Ukraine. The owner of the company was then in exile. He had stolen $5 billion. And Joe's job really was to use his influence on the president of the Ukraine to save the man's business. And the payments to Hunter were directed to Joe. Hunter's money, half of which went to Joe. I think further emails and texts will bring that out even more clearly.
Now, Your Honor, I know you've seen this already, Your Honor, but again, I'm going to play this again for the viewers who may not yet have seen this. But Joe Biden did try to downplay his son's connection to Ukraine in December of last year. Roll the tape, please.
We all know Trump has been messing around in Ukraine over there, holding their foreign aid for them to come up saying they're going to investigate you. We know all about that, President. And he's no backbone, we know that for that. But you, on the other hand, sent your son over there to get a job and work for a gas company that he had no experience with gas or nothing, in order to get access for the president. So you're selling access to the president just like he was. So you're
a damn liar, man. That's not true. And no one has ever said that?
Well, he denies it categorically. Is the president going to make a big deal out of this in this election campaign?
It's going to be a big deal, Stu. It's probably the biggest, highest level scandal so far this century. It happens at the highest levels of 2 governments, the United States and Ukraine. It's clear that Biden bribed the president of Ukraine to drop the case on his son and on Mykola Zlochevsky, the multi-billionaire who was paying him. And then it's going to move on to China and Iraq, where similar things happened. And in China, there was much more money involved, much more. The Biden family has for 5 years been business partners, either with the Chinese government or with high-level members of the Chinese Communist Party. Beyond being bribes, they have enormous implications for our national security. The question is, why did no one in the Obama administration pick this up if they were watching out for our national security? There are numerous compromising photographs of the kind that will be hard to publish, but you know the Chinese has every single one of them. If the Chinese didn't have these compromising photographs, we wouldn't have to worry about China. They'd be a small intelligence player. So, among other things, they made millions, about 8 to 14 million in Ukraine. They got 1/3 of a $1.5 billion deal in Iraq for his brother James. And then, counting conservatively, about 30 million out of China from either the Bank of China, a company called CEFC, and about 5 other companies. Everything I'm telling you is in texts, emails.
Good Lord.
I don't know what they're going to do with it. I mean, they're going to probably say these texts are manufactured. They come from Russia. I'm crazy. Well, I've lost my mind. I mean, they've tried to put me in jail. They've tried to destroy my reputation. They've just tried to destroy my business. But they don't have any idea who they're dealing with. I mean, for me, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to bring out corruption that hurts my country. And frankly, Stu, I started this defending my client, the president. Now can I not only prove he's not guilty, I can prove he's innocent, and the other people committed the crimes.
Interesting.
They accused him of.
Rudy, I'm going to move on for a second.
This will all come out, Stu. It's all there. If you think I started this with one text message, you forget how many people I've put in jail.
Okay, gotcha. Hold on, Rudy. We're hearing reports that you have been tapped to oversee President Trump's post-election legal battles. Are you anticipating a contested election?
Sure, you have to, Stuart. We have to take Hillary at her word when she said to Biden, and rather ominously, do not concede under any circumstances. Under any circumstances is a pretty broad thing. He could be winning by 10%, and they're going to contest it. So we will only know that night. But why not assume the worst? Then maybe we will be pleasantly surprised. So we will be ready with a large number of lawyers in different states. Jay Sekulow and I will be in charge of it. We're the two who defended him on the impeachment. And there'll be many fine lawyers in charge of it in different states. But we want to make sure it's coordinated correctly. Okay. And we challenge where necessary. But we're not going to challenge if we don't have to. I have no doubt the president's going to win. I have no doubt. Okay. Even before this comes out, the president was going to win. Okay. With this, there's no possible... Biden should really drop out from the ticket. He's such a big criminal.
Well, that's not going to happen, Rudy, but I do take your point.
Wait until you see the Chinese stuff.
Okay. We'll when will we see that?
Okay. Soon.
Okay.
Let them let themselves burn themselves out attacking this. Look, just as guilty is the media. The media has known this for 2.5 years. The FBI has known this for 2.5 years. And the Justice Department has known this for 2.5 years. And they never sought to investigate it. So there are implications to this that go way beyond just Joe Biden.
Yes,
they go to,
sure.
What kind of law enforcement do we have in America? And how can you do these horrible things to Republicans based on nothing and not even investigate what is a smoking gun, maybe 10 smoking guns, showing that the Biden family has been pulling down millions every time Obama sent them anywhere?
Good Lord. All right, hold on, Rudy. I want you to deal with this. New York's Governor Cuomo, he's promoting his new book. It's called American Crisis: Leadership Lessons from the COVID-19 Pandemic. He's basically taking a victory lap. Would you have any comment on that?
I wrote a leadership book, and I'm very proud of it because it was a bestseller for months, and the New York Times even had to put it #1. It must have killed them. This will probably be a good book to read. So you read it, and then you do the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll probably work.
Rudy?
You read the lesson, whatever the lesson is, like don't put too many people in a nursing home. Instead, use the beds provided to you by President Trump that you thanked him for, but you never used. Yeah. So you leave the 1,000 beds empty so nothing happens there, and let the people in a crowded nursing home go in, and you know what I'm saying.
I know what you say. Your Honor, I got to leave you. And believe me, I will never, ever cross you. Rudy Giuliani, thank you very much for being with us today, sir. Always appreciate it.
Thank you,
I'm breaking away